about the post-election discussion. Of course, we've had our presidential results announced. They did that yesterday. So I just want Kwanza and people of Azimio, all of them were rioting. But there was at some point I saw someone from, I don't know who it was, from Kenya Kwanza was calming his people down, and they were able to calm down. So I think there should just be order. Then this one, this is a question that we should be asking ourselves. There was rumors, or it is true, that some of the commissioners did not sign the Form 34C, right? Yeah. Before it was announced. But it is, in the Constitution, it is recorded that the chairman of IEBC has the mandate to declare who the winner is. Yeah. It doesn't say that we need a quorum, right? So I don't know, how is your feeling? Were these commissioners in order for them not to sign the forms?
You know, what the commissioners were arguing is that the results, they are not in ownership.
Move your microphone closer.
They are not in ownership of the results.
Okay.
But you can see the result. Chebukati did not tamper with those results. The result just came in from below the polling stations up to Bomas. So what was tallied is what was people's
on the ground,
choice.
sure.
Yeah. So them arguing that the results at the final stage were not handled with care, I think they were just, I don't know what, but Chebukati did well. That's why I'm telling you, IEBC is an independent. It's independent on its own. So him declaring the winner despite those all intimidation, even those four failing to sign, shows that this election has been transparent.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even there are claims that those four officials were brought in by Jaden.
Okay.
So you can see there's some...
Jaden played a role.
There's some hidden information which His Excellency said, you will know with time what was going on in Bomas of Kenya. Yeah.
All right. What's your views, guys?
And I think with the constitution of the body of IEBC, it says that they go by the vote of the majority, or they go by the agreement of the majority before an election is announced. So you'll find that even if Chebukati took his role is just to announce, but before he announces, there has to be an agreement of which he has to take the agreement of the majority. And now we see that the majority are not did not participate. You see now the vice chairperson, the vice chairperson did not participate together with this team of the three, counting to four. And now, but Chebukati with the CEO, this is Marijan, together with this other official, they're now the ones that were on the table there to announce the results. Yes. So we now ask a question: will this swearing in go on? Because now this is a petition that's going to be filed at the court, because Chebukati is like, he has announced against the results, against the view of the voting or the agreement of the majority, because the signatures maybe, if they did not sign, they're missing. Now, and if they're missing, then that result maybe is not credible. Now, we don't know if it was a plan by the so-called deep state, maybe the four to do so that maybe they will go and petition and now there be a re-election or maybe change of power, we don't know. And we don't know if there was something that was done, and maybe Chebukati, because they're responsible, he wanted the other ones to chip in so that they will become one. And they were like, they want to be transparent and they don't want anything, any stain to do with maybe their oath. We are not aware. With me, I'm not aware. So I leave that speculation still hanging, because there are two things. Maybe they were taken to come and reject to sign so that something else will take place, and maybe something happened with Chebukati and they wanted all of them to be a team, but now they saw that no, we are clean, we don't want to go in this.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel, okay, the courts will follow the constitution. They will look at what the constitution says, and I think they will rule in favor of, IEBC
Yeah.
and the chair. You had something?
Maybe just to add on that. The constitution states that the chair of IEBC is the one to announce the results, no matter what the results are. So that means whatever he was given, Chebukati, is what he announced. And with or without the signatures of the other commissions, the chairperson has the mandate and is responsible for announcing the results.
Sure.
So Chebukati did his role. The other commissioners failing to sign, they never did their role. So that one, maybe they'll petition in court, as my friend has said. But for Chebukati, he did his role as the chair.
Sure.
So maybe, as they have said, I've read somewhere that the 4 commissioners, they were elected by the president himself. And that is true.
Sure.
They were elected. So maybe this thing that has been going on, the deep state, the system, maybe the system, that the deep state, who to reach the elections or cause differences in the on Kenyans.
They wanted to compromise.
They wanted to compromise with the opposition. Maybe they might file the petition, and let's wait for the results.
Okay.
But Chebukati, congratulations.
Sure.
He did his work as the chair.
Yeah. And his speech was very clear. I'll repeat once again. He said his duty is basically to announce the winner. So irrespective of the signs and all that. But again, if these 4 commissioners were brought in, then we need to ask ourselves, do you think the deep state exists?
There's no deep state in this country. This one has made me to believe that this country is a democratic country.
Sure.
It's a country that people elect who they want. And the vote is the voice of the people. You vote whoever you want, and whatever the outcomes, whoever you voted for in the favor.
Sure.
When you vote right, you get the right results. As the president-elect said, he was campaigning and people was telling him, oh, don't go. We are sure we want to vote for you. But is it possible that you will win? Because when you vote you in, there's the deep state that will give in the leadership to your opponent. So he told them just vote. There's no deep state. And he told them he has been in the government.
Yes.
There's nothing that he doesn't know about deep state or system. He knows everything. So deep state doesn't exist in this country.
All right.
I believed that before, but from the results, there's no deep state.
You've changed your mind.
There's no deep state.
Okay. How about you guys?
Yeah, I think there's no deep state in this country.
All right.
It's just the decision of the people which determines who will rule them for 5 years. So this thing of deep state or system, I think it was done with it. But I think system could be there if we could be using servers.
Yes.
But now when they changed the transmission of these results, now the system was cut off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's no deep state actually, and there's no system, because people have now known their right and their role as a people, because the constitution themselves, and they are the power themselves. So whatever they do right now affects their lives in the next maybe 5 to 10 years. So they're now actually brave, they're out. And actually, even before, people had power, but now the government itself, the ones that were ruling the government are the ones that used their mandate in an illegal manner to practice malpractices. But now here you can't perform, because now every Kenyan has an eye open, want to know what's going on. They're not sleeping, they're exchanging shifts to know what's going on. I think we have now grown, and we are an exemplary. maybe in East Africa and even maybe in Africa.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Kenya has been one of the countries now that has come out to have a very transparent elections. If we talk of Africa, I guess we are among the best right now. Now, it is, we know that this is the last time that Chebukati is announcing results in Kenya. I think he'll be finishing his term, and then we'll have a new chairman of IEBC. But again, he started a system that I guess will take us from here, so that the next chairman and the CEO of IEBC will pick it from there. So that in 2027, we still have the same system, so that a normal Kenyan can access the results, can tally them by themselves, and before even the announcement of the president, or even the member of county assembly, the list on the list, will know, a normal Kenya will know, at least I know somebody has failed, I know somebody has been able to succeed. So I guess, yes, just for confirmation. And so we believe that the next chairman or the next IEBC body will be able to appreciate this new system and take it to the next level, so that we do away with the things of servers and, you know, all this.
And I think with our system, with our current system of election in Kenya, I think maybe the incoming, those that are responsible for the elections, they should develop the system like the KIMS kit. Yes, develop it that the officials that are present at the polling station don't need to send the results physically.
Sure.
So when the KIMS kit just when someone votes, it now takes that vote,
tallies itself.
Yeah, it just tallies itself at the server at the main, maybe at the portal of IBC, or maybe at a public portal, whereby when someone votes, it just counts itself.
Sure.
So that we don't have that maybe reasoning that there was this malpractice, they changed the sheet, maybe there's an extra sheet. No. The KIMS kit, when you just vote, when you actually finish to vote, when your fingerprint is taken, or it has been authenticated, it just counts actually directly to the portal of that maybe IVC or the IBC or public portal. I think that should also help.
And I believe we have the required technology to do that.
Yeah, we are.
We are able, by the way.
Yeah.
Kenya, I think we are ahead. And maybe this is our plea to IEBC. Why can't you make it digital, so that I can vote? Not even, they can even make it that you're not going in the polling station.
Yeah, yes,
you can vote from anywhere.
But I think voting from anywhere with your phone might bring some issues.
Some people might.
Yeah, because we
still don't have the integrity.
Yeah, we don't have integrity at that.
So I think we can still do it at the polling station. Yes.
About voting with phone.
Yes.
Kenya is among the most educated people in this continent.
Sure.
We have cyber security. Most of, even my friend is doing that as a course. So if you develop online voting, like you see, US did it and it was successful. Online voting will help, because most of our youth don't wake up in the morning and go to vote.
Sure.
They just sleep. They say there's no need of me waking up. But if you bring them online voting, but we develop cyber security where our votes cannot be tampered with. That will make it, because we're heading to Vision 2030.
Sure.
What is Vision 2030?
Sure.
Improving our technology.
True.
So if we say we don't do online voting, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
Because we need to vote, and youth will vote.
But if they implement that you can vote from the comfort of your seat, I think many people will do that. And parents who are not able to do that, the kid can help them. And they can make it in such a way, okay, it can be on the IEBC website, right? And then they create a portal for every Kenyan. We have that, we can store this in the cloud. We know this for those of us who've done some sort of ICT. Yes. And then they make that, once you vote in and you move to the next person, you can't go back. so that you make a decision. If I'm voting for member of county assembly, once I've checked and clicked next, I'm not able to go back, and I cannot refresh the page, right? If you refresh it, maybe there's some sort of okay, it can work out. That is what we are trying to mean.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see if they can implement that, then that will be fun. You needed to say something?
I think Chebukati has created a clear way for the incoming chairman.
Sure.
He will not have much issues in carrying out his duties. So the incoming chairperson needs just to make some improvement on what we have seen, like failure of the Kims, the transmission of the results. They just need to make some few changes on that. But I think where Chebukati has left IEBC is a good place.
Okay.
He has ensured that IEBC is independent as it is stated in the constitution.
Yeah. So I think Chebukati is the agent of change in IEBC.
Yeah.
And we just must accept that.
I don't know. I also think that when they introduce this digital voting,
Yes.
it will also actually help to save the tax of a Kenyan,
Sure.
because they use much money to print those ballot papers. In fact, not even within Africa, not within our nation, but outside. Now, I think that will also help on expenditure of now printing those ballot papers, because what they'll need is just, after launching that system, now it'll just now be a matter of improving the system and securing it after every election.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, this is possible.
It's possible. And I think that voting, when someone votes, is maybe his identity, maybe the passport that he used to register that during voting. When he votes, actually, that second, it appears together with his maybe image, his passport, or his ID number, so that they will want to be multi-practices.
They cannot repeat themselves.
Yeah.
Look, if you can, they produce that verification system. If you can verify yourself and see where you can vote, I think
It's
even
possible.
online voting is possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
And once somebody has voted, they cancel the ID number plus whatever the details are.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. Do you want to add something?
Then after voting,
Yes.
the vote tallies itself there
Yes, automatic.
automatically.
It just tallies. So they can, you see even in big cities like Nairobi, you have these TVs. So the people can just be watching. They can broadcast on this so that those who are in the street, you can pass and say, so my candidate is doing this. And that is okay. Yeah, allow me read one comment from Dakikis. He says, Kenyan politics is not for the faint-hearted. There's Mio Supremo Raila Odinga, instead of inspiring confidence like his running mates, he skips the very important day and sends his team to blame IEBC. And that is what we've been talking about. Yeah, those blames should not be there. Just come, receive the results as they are, and then you'll be celebrated for that. But then once you distance yourself and start blaming other people, now you see people are starting to do all this. But okay.
We said Raila has not blamed anyone.
Okay, it's
It's not spoken.
Yes, by then it's not spoken.
Then we've said maybe he was preventing chaos from happening.
Sure.
Maybe.
But
in the other round, on the other hand, maybe he just feared to come.
Yeah.
But I believe that he was preventing chaos. We saw what happened.
Yes.
So maybe Raila was preventing chaos.
That one we've given a tick to Raila. But again, you see, is not that he must speak himself, but his closest people sometimes speak, and when they speak, we want to assume that it is him speaking. Okay, which is wrong, because we need to listen from him. So I think we need just to wait and listen to his speech. Maybe he'll be speaking today. Maybe. We are not sure. But then if he speaks, we'll see his stand. And if he concedes, well and good. If he moves to the court, we shall be patient, and then the court will rule with what will happen. Okay, speaking of the speech, after Chebukati announced Ruto as the fifth, Ruto gave his speech. I don't know if you listened to the speech. How was it? What's your reaction on the speech?